Welcome back, know-it-alls. Thanks for listening to the show, and as always, give us some feedback about what we are doing so we can make sure you're having a good time listening to us.
Some really amazing people. Like Marita, I love you, Marita. She'd probably come on the show. She's a hot Trini. Yeah, you are, bitch. But yeah, no, I've made some incredible friendships, connections.
Yeah. And
they're some incredibly supportive people. That they all have the same kind of food dream. Like, food, I love. Food is my passion.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
Love it. And it's just like, but sometimes, like, especially during this COVID bullshit, it ain't paying the bills.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to make money in the restaurant industry unless you're owning the restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was like, at what point do you say, okay, passion isn't feeding my 17-year-old?
Yeah.
You know? So, back to plumbing you go.
I was thinking OnlyFans, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't talk about that on the podcast.
We've all got one, right?
Subscription only.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like 2020 has been like 7 years packed into one.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, it's like, I don't even know how to define it, but everyone, I don't know, it started with everyone having a podcast and ended 2020 with everyone having an OnlyFans.
Just got nothing more to say, but I can masturbate.
Can I make an OnlyFans that is just like, it's my body. I just Photoshop a teapot over my head and every single picture.
You know what I want to do? Is have you seen those ones where like it's just the women just fucking eating?
Yeah.
And it's like the fucking worst table manners you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
I think I could do a real good job at it. Someone supplying Popeyes. I'm looking for endorsement. Popeyes or Mary Brown. That's
I've
fine.
seen one where a woman just rubs her face on bread.
No, fuck
Oh yeah, she just presses her face into a loaf of bread.
I could do
and
that.
She just keeps doing it till it's flat. She's fully clothed, but she just kind of keeps pressing her face.
Really?
Long videos of her like swiping her cheeks on it and just slowly pressing it down until it's a
could
flat
do this.
piece of
Why
bread.
am I not making money?
Just sniffing
Doing
it.
weird
I
shit.
could. What I could do is like
You're not a hot.
I make
Asian
amazing
girl.
pie. I make amazing pie. What if I just like smash my
yeah.
face slowly into a pie?
No, what you
Yeah.
do is you have a
I would
like
cry, though.
you put the
I'm gonna eat
holes
it.
so the crust can breathe when it cooks, right?
Yes.
You put a little hole in the middle, and the little filling comes out a little bit. Just sit there and just lick it. Just wiggle your tongue on it, right? And
You know what? This is happening, everybody.
You break through the dry, crusty stuff after it's like cooked. It's got the congealed like.
Oh yeah.
And then
little...
you get the gooey in the middle, and just sort of like tongue in and tongue out, and slowly the raspberry, the strawberry stuck to your
You've
tongue.
thought about
and
this.
there's like a stream of whatever. I guess you can't do. Is there some sort of a creamy fruit? Fruit? You can make a cream pie, like a pudding pie.
Yeah.
And then just have that just.
Oh,
I
I
think
think
if-
do
I
cream
can-
pie, not a chocolate pudding pie.
No, do a chocolate cream pie. It's called the backdoor surprise.
I'm not
Plumber's
gonna lie.
special.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I've seen Clay relax this whole time. He's finally got his idea out.
Yes.
He's been itching.
Yeah, it was.
That came out so fast
It
and
did.
so
It always does
articulate.
it always does with me.
like that. I'm taking mental notes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he just wanted to get that idea out.
I'll have to make you some of my mini pies.
Yeah.
Or my mini pie cakins.
Hey, stop.
Sorry.
I'm just-
Sorry.
I'm getting like with him and his video. I'm getting excited. I want mini pie.
Yeah.
I love pie so much. Like I'm such a pie person over cake.
That's what got me onto TV. MasterChef Canada, my
Yeah.
original, like before TV cameras rolled, my strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
I was told it was the best pastry that the taster at the time had for years.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I'm in it.
That's
It was weird because it was like we all met at the Delta Hotel in Calgary. I've made one pie. I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was living in Rocky at the time. Got up at 1. I made a pie, and I drove to Calgary. And everyone's like, "How many pies did you make?"
How long was that drive?
Oh, 4 hours.
Okay.
4 or 5 hour drive. So then I was like, and they were like, "How many pies did you make?" I'm like, "Oh, this one." All right, and then so then it was like, "Okay, guys, you've got 3 minutes to plate." And like this guy beside me's like building a fucking bridge out of salmon and apples, and this other guy's got something real fancy going on, and I'm literally like cutting a slice of pie. And I'm freaked out. I'm like, oh, I oversimplified it. I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know? And like, so.
And that's when you grab and start licking the middle.
Tongue in the fucking gelatin. Right?
Hired. You're hired.
Hired. You will be on TV forever.
We have 23 seasons ready to go. You wrote all of them.
But we're going to save the chocolate pudding pie for the last episode. That's the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing experience because I totally was like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I made pie. But then
Well, you said earlier, right? You plating, you didn't understand.
No, nothing.
Presentation. It wasn't.
Didn't get to me. I didn't even bring a can of fucking whipped cream. That's how unprepared I was. Because they're like, don't make sure you have food that can't be heated because you're not going to have anything to heat it with and all this other shit. So I was like, what's better than fucking pie?
Yeah.
No heating. So the first thing the taster said is like, what kind of pie did you make? I was like, strawberry rhubarb pie. Like scared. He's like, that's my favorite pie. And I'm like,
Oh, thank God. I was going to say your mom. But so glad I said strawberry.
and I already had my tongue habit. Or oh shit, the pie I meant, not your mom.
And then he pulls you real close and he whispers in your ear, that's my second favorite.
Terrible, but yes, pie.
Yeah. And he had it and he was like, you're on.
Yeah.
And the rest of the fucking people building a fucking food
I
bridge,
know, right?
They just sat there like, what the fuck?
Some chick baked a cake like out of a box. I don't know if you guys can taste the difference, but like box cake, I don't care if it's chocolate to the golden. It has the same taste profile and just I think they're leavening agents. I don't know. I can taste a box cake from a fucking mile away. I can smell it too. So like when we were all like trying each other's stuff, I was like, no, you didn't. But she just put beet juice in it. Thought she was being all fucking smart. Taster's like, nope. Somebody just went and bought a cake. It is the best.
Well, now I want to put booze in. Does booze work in cupcakes? Because my thing
Yes.
is cupcakes, so now I got to put booze in cupcakes.
So that salted caramel crown
Yeah.
would be amazing in anything chocolate.
Yeah.
Anything chocolate.
Yeah.
Or even kind of like a gingerbready kind of flavor profile. When you got the nutmeg, the cinnamon, ginger.
Yeah,
You fucking amazing in that too.
I'm in. I need to make more cupcakes.
Yeah, babe. And icing.
It doesn't
Really
sound
good
like you
new
want
frosting.
cupcakes.
Yeah, I
it
was gonna
sounds like
say.
you want booze.
It's been a long month.
Tell me about it.
You're telling me I can fucking just like inject my food with booze? That's like 2 birds, 1 stone. Like,
Yes,
just get
right.
it in ya.
Isn't that one in the hand, 2 in the bush? I don't know.
Get it in ya. That's amazing. So I guess we're coming up to Christmas season.
Yeah.
Is there any like Christmas baking that you specifically like? Any special treats you do for Christmas?
I do my usual flair. Like I do really good Nanaimo bars. I do real good everything. Just saying.
I was gonna say first of all,
everything's awesome. I do really good butter tarts too, and then so pretty much it'll be shortbread, the usual shit. If I want to do something really special, I'll do a pie cakein, which are fucking amazing.
What?
I don't know what that is.
I was gonna say,
What?
explain.
A pie within a cake.
What?
Yes, it's true.
How?
Okay.
Well, I'm so good. Like, how
Buckle down,
do you
girls.
cook a pie and then put it?
We're shoving ducks into chickens into turkeys and now we're
Turducken
shoving
pie cakein.
pies
Babe,
into
I like
cake.
putting things in things. You should know this
Yeah,
about me.
there we go. I like to
I'm
put.
still saying, bring it back. I
Yeah.
will give you a recipe for a toe fucking if you really,
Fuck, why not?
if you really want to try it.
Dora's secret ingredient isn't 1 pie in the cakein, it's 2 pies. And they're cream pies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say
right.
cream pie in the cake.
Actually, I will do a raspberry cream in a cheesecake, like a no-bake cheesecake.
God.
It's so good. One of my favorite flavor combinations is a sour cherry pie in a German chocolate cake.
Oh my god.
So fucking crazy.
Can you?
Black
You don't have to
Forest
tell me the whole
cakein
thing,
pie?
but how?
Pie cakein?
Okay. All right. Are we
There's
ready?
secrets here that you don't have to divulge, but I need to know how, and I need to do this.
So when I first tried it out, I would suggest to you to do with a double crust pie. So I would try it out with a fruit pie that's got a top crust.
Yeah.
Cook the shit out of that pie. It cannot be underbaked. You got to make sure that the crust is good. If you've got a glass pie pan, beautiful. Make sure it's nice and solid. Let it completely fucking cool. A springform pan. You know what those are?
No.
Okay, so those cake pans with the latch on the side?
The cheesecake pans.
Yeah.
I just know it was cheesecake pans.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll call it a cheesecake pan.
Yeah, thank you.
Springform pans.
Bring it down.
Bring it down.
You're up here, you need to bring down 5 notches.
Wait, the celebrity chef knows more than you about cooking? That's weird, right?
I didn't think she said that.
First of all, I think we just call it different names, Clay.
Yeah,
no one
right.
said either
Potato,
one was better.
potato.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Sorry.
no one said either one was the better version. Right?
Oh, right or
call it
wrong.
a cheesecake pan. That's not what it is. Shut the fuck up. Use the real name. You saw in her eyes.
Fuck up, Dale.
She saw in her eyes. She was ready to spit on her back of her hand and bitch slap you. So that
I was just gonna lick it gingerly.
Yeah.
So that you would learn the name of whatever the.
I've already forgotten.
Cheesecake pan.
Springform. That's okay. I don't judging.
Yeah.
So you wax line that spring cheesecake pan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out
I
here,
got
man.
it.
We're here together.
I got the wax line. I got it.
Okay, so you line it with wax paper, parchment paper.
Yeah.
My bad. Put your pie in there. Now, if you were doing a cheesecake around a pie, you'd have to do your crumb layer on the bottom first. Bake that off. Put your pie on that, and then fill it with filling.
Yeah.
But to start off, I would just do a nice, good cake batter. So then you get your oven piping hot, ready to go. Your pie's in the springform pan. Pour the batter all over the pie and fill it up.
That doesn't seem right.
It's right.
It seems
it's
so wrong.
right. I'm going to lead you to my Instagram page.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go check that out, babe.
Yeah.
There's some sliced open pie cakins, and you can see.
My God.
They're amazing. And so then you just bake the shit out of it. But you do have to bake it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And that's why that pie needs to be fully cooked, because you don't want it to affect the cooking of the batter.
Yeah.
And it'll take a little bit longer. But the results are...
But it doesn't overcook the pie because
No,
it's in the center.
sort of cooked. It's covered in the perfect heat medium, water.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't get overcooked at all. And then if you get to do a nice good egg wash on it, like on a good pie, you want a nice crispness. You're going to put that egg wash and a little flake of sugar on there.
Yeah.
That's kind of like your protector.
Yeah.
And by the time you're eating a pie within the cake, you're not really concerned about anything else besides getting that piece in your mouth. Yeah. You're not really concerned.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Or I make a caramel apple pie, which is amazing inside of a cheesecake.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So good. And I make mini ones. Because I do mini pie bites.
Yeah.
I've had them.
Yes.
They're delicious.
I felt like you zoned out for a little while there. We're literally just daydreaming.
No, I'm just imagining different cake and pie combinations.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, I wonder, all of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
I want like,
Because I remember...
I want something like a lemony pie with like a pineapple something cake.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Amazing.
Yum.
I'm just dreaming.
Yeah, right? It's literally your imagination.
See, it's combinations you wouldn't think work, right? It's just... I remember being at a McDonald's in Germany, and I ordered a vanilla milkshake, which I never do because they're boring as shit.
Yeah.
But I ordered the apple pie shot. So they threw in one of their apple pies that they use for baking a pie, and they blended in their blender.
Now I want that.
And I was drinking an apple pie caramelly vanilla milkshake. I'm just sitting there at the airport at McDonald's in, I don't remember which city it was in Germany, but just waiting to catch my flight to Toronto. I was like, that was the greatest decision I've made on this entire trip, was to get the shot of apple pie in the vanilla milkshake.
I have
That's
a question
amazing.
about McDonald's milkshake that you had that time. Did it come out just as violently as the pear milkshake?
I didn't even contemplate drinking it.
Yeah.
Because I knew that it could never, ever compare to what that other pear milkshake did to my body.
Yes.
And every toilet for the next 2 days. I was like, it'll always be subpar compared to that, so I'm good.
You're good.
That pear milkshake will haunt us forever.
Because we can't get another one.
Nothing will be like, hey, do you want to record a podcast today? No, I've been on the toilet all day. Oh, pear milkshake? No, we're not even close. It's pretty bad, but that's
It's not pear milkshake
on a
bad.
1 to pear milkshake scale. It's like a 5.
Wait, you have a podcast? What are your episodes about? It's like, we have this one called The Pear Milkshake. I highly recommend you listen to that one.
Yeah.
It'll grab your attention, and you'll keep listening.
My goodness. I'm like drooling a little bit. I think in previous episodes, we have talked about food, and we talked about like our top 5. If you could eat 5 foods for the rest, but only those 5 foods for the rest of your life.
And you can't change them. Like
that's it.
Okay.
If it's, butter chicken, you get butter chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, what do you think? 5. I know it's on the spot. I had to think of mine before we recorded.
So this isn't like a meal, where you pick your rice or potatoes. It's a thing.
Yeah, no.
Thing.
Yeah.
Clam chowder, number 1.
All right.
New England. The one with the cream, not the tomatoes, because Manhattan's bullshit.
That's weird. I didn't even know there was a tomato one.
Yes.
Gross.
Manhattan clam chowder.
Gross.
That's
Never
disgusting.
order it. Yes, don't. Spaghetti and meatballs. Hands fucking down.
And we used to drive down to the States all the time, and there was a Hostess outlet store where all the stuff that was ready to turn on its expiry date.
There's an expiry date on Hostess product?
Well,
It's suggested.
Yeah, I was going to say.
so you
That's
walk in
cool.
and there's tons of whatever kind you can think of.
Yeah.
They're donuts, they're pies, they're cupcakes, they're zingers, they're twingers, I don't know what they call them, Suzy Q's, King Dons, whatever they have. And I would always
I've
go
seen
to
that movie.
No, that's King Dong.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
shit.
We've all we've all seen it. I didn't want to admit to it, but anyway, whatever. I'm intrigued.
Yes.
And so I would go to the Hostess pie section because they wouldn't only have like the cherry and the lemon and the apple. They would have the blackberry, the strawberry, the peach, the stuff that you can never find anywhere. And so I'd be buying all the peach ones, all the strawberry ones. And I remember being in Hawaii and I found a pineapple one. So pineapple Hostess pie.
Fuck off.
Amazing, right?
Amazing.
Well, there's the pineapple plantation, the Dole plantations out
Yeah.
there, right? So pineapple everywhere. And I remember talking to the lady at the Hostess store saying, hey, what's the rarest one? She's like, blueberry, you'll never find it. And I was like, they make a fucking blueberry Hostess pie? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's like, no, they make a blueberry Hostess pie. You'll never find it. I was like, why is that? She's like, well, the secret for the Hostess pies, and not the lemon one because it's just curd, but all the fruit ones, it's like 70% apple and then 30% whatever the other fruit is because apple takes upon the flavor of all the other fruits.
Yeah, but saves the color.
And saves the cost because apples are cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, so the blueberry one? She goes, blueberry apple can't absorb the blueberry flavor. So it's got to be just straight blueberries.
What?
So because they have to cost more money, they only do a limited batch every year.
Oh.
And you'll never find them. Like, it's going to be impossible for you to
I
find.
do an apple blueberry pie, which actually you can't really taste much.
But
of apple.
maybe for like the Hostess, it's not enough to
Yeah.
cover the cost, right?
Fuck, for sure.
So I remember being on a road trip heading out to Mount Rushmore from Abbotsford. And I stopped at this my car was running out of gas. Like, I should probably get it. The next stop's, like 600 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And I pulled in and I'm getting gas. And I go inside and I look over the Hostess section. Fucking blueberry Hostess pies. Like 5 of them.
Swing.
So I bought all 5. And then I asked the person, do you have any more of these? They're like, no, that's all we have. I was like, all right. So I ate one in the car and I was like, instantly erection. Amazing.
I believe it.
And I had to bring it back to one of the guys I worked with because he was into buying and eating weird shit like I am. So I had 4 left. I gave him 2 and I kept 2 and I put in my freezer and like 6 months later I just devoured them.
Oh, were they still good?
Yeah, freezer. Right?
Yeah.
It's all good. Never saw them again. Ever.
I feel for you.
Never.
Maybe I'll try to recreate a Hostess pie for you.
Oh my god. Do you know they're made with beef fat?
Oh,
If you read the ingredients,
I'm not
there's
surprised.
beef lard, whatever.
It's because lard's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, all these animal-loving people out there.
Hi.
Teapot.
Just doesn't even look me in the eye.
Yeah, right?
Just looks into the microphone. Sorry, everyone. Side eyes.
No lardy beef blueberry pie for you.
I drink my beef lard with a plastic straw, just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, kill the animals, kill the environment. Plastic all the way, baby.
I feel like we're running out of time eventually here, but I have another question, at least one more. I don't know if you have any other questions,
I'm good. Yeah.
Kind of when you were talking about your 5 favorite things, because you said like would I cook them, and like of course I'd like to cook them and stuff like that. So my question is about restaurants. Then, do you enjoy going out to restaurants?
I do. I love restaurants.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say you have no problem like other people cooking,
Nope, not at all.
and like
I'm a very open-minded individual. So it's like, but I do get disappointed easily.
yeah.
But I won't tell them.
I was gonna say, do you?
No,
say
I'm not like
I
that.
I didn't want to word it to be like, are you like, are you one of those people?
Yeah. No.
You're like,
Yeah.
I That's
Just
the name.
kidding, just kidding. Because those cauliflowers were fucking good.
Yeah, thank
I will
They're
give you
amazing.
that.
Yep.
'Cause I did when initially you were saying what you're gonna make. I did give it some prejudge because I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, what's she gonna feed me? Nutritional yeast and some seitan." Like, but I really liked it. It was just straight up
Yeah.
fucking cauliflower with crunchy coating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had me at crunchy.
Yeah,
And it was
so
delicious. So you
Tango,
did
man.
you did a great job.
Okay.
So then I like going out and trying new shit.
Yeah.
Because like it's like I don't think I know everything. I know everything.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
We feel you.
Yeah, thanks. You know.
Welcome. you're our people.
Right? Cool.
Yeah.
But I like to kind of, test the landscape, a culinary landscape, because if you don't try something, how am I going to fucking know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I'm at it. Or usually if I try something, I'm like, I think I would try it like this. Like, it usually will cause me inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like that, but I don't
Yeah.
like this.
I think at the end of the day, as long as she doesn't call us a Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Dale.
Yeah.
And
So
you did,
do you
Dale.
fucks with a buffet?
Do I what?
Do you fucks with a buffet?
Do I
Where you're
fucks with
Yeah,
the buffet?
like-
Yeah, you just
Buffet,
hit
is
the
that your
buffet.
jam?
Like you're like,
Yes.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah?
love buffets.
I feel like that is so like every time I go to a buffet, I'm like, oh, this is lowbrow. This is
No,
like,
it is though. It is. The best one is the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Because,
Oh, God.
girl, I'm down. I'm like,
Yeah.
chicken balls, more dough.
Yeah.
I need the pink sweet sour sauce.
Yeah.
Like, if it looked natural, I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's not how I was raised. My mom couldn't cook.
Yeah.
So when that's what brings me back home.
Yeah,
When I'm
yeah.
like, does this look fake and I'm gonna like it? Yes. It was a deep fried. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
If I see a prime rib on a buffet, I'm like, classy.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Chuck,
I'll take that.
With a little bit of fat stuff. And some of that au jus. The what? Give me the brown, liquidy, gravy, non-gravy shit. Okay.
Right. No, I fucking love buffets.
Yeah.
It's like one of the solid misses of like this whole quarantine shit.
Yeah.
I miss a fucking buffet.
Yeah.
I keep trying to go to the Manos. It's a steakhouse in Edmonton. Brazilian. Right?
Pampas.
Pampas. Thank you.
Oh, you know how they changed?
What did they do?
So they just come out because I just did Pampas.
Oh, okay, nice,
Like
nice.
2 months ago.
Oh my god.
Fuck, did I hurt myself? And now I gotta bring my child because then I'm like, son, I must tell you something. I'm so sorry. I've been eating meat for 4 fucking days. Just eating meat. So now instead of them coming out with a skewer,
Yeah.
the server will be like, okay, this is what we got, and they'll just bring
they'll
you,
bring
and you're
you
like,
a
I want
plate of-
that,
okay.
and they just bring you a plate of it.
But they don't have their salad bar area.
So the salad bar area is just got like feature wines in it,
Okay.
but they still offer all of it.
Oh, so
they're
you just
like,
pick and...
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a sit-down restaurant now
Yes,
instead of buffet.
exactly.
But you get, your $65 buffet meal.
Oh God, yeah. I'm so
$65.
sorry you're a vegetarian,
No,
but
it's
oh my
fine.
God.
I got introduced to it. A guy that I worked with said, we gotta go. So we're in Salt Lake City. He's like, they have this one here. It's amazing. We gotta go. And then the three of us went, and it was closed on Sunday because of Mormon stuff.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, now what? Cheesecake Factory. Okay, cool. So we went there. And then I was in Seattle with him a couple years later, and so we went out to the Brazilian steakhouse. It was $95 Canadian
Oh yeah, I
per
believe
person
it.
Wow.
in Seattle.
I think it's like what, $50-$60
Yeah,
here.
yeah. It was worth it. It was really, really good, amazing. But then I went to the one in Salt Lake that we were supposed to go to because I was out there a couple of years after that, and I walked $12.95.
What?
$12.95 US for the exact same
You're
thing.
eating horse.
No, it's
Was it good?
It was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, like the garlic chicken.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
just everything was
Bacon
so good.
wrapped everything.
Yeah.
They'll come out with swords
Yeah,
before and
I've
then-
seen that.
Oh yeah.
I say I'm good. Like that's the thing. I'm totally fine with like. There's been many a time in my life where I've been out for dinner and looked at people's food and been like, yeah, I see it. I get it.
I get it.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm the first one to admit and be like, that looks amazing.
I just
would
don't know
try
what
it
I would
if
do
could.
without steak or bacon.
I get it.
Like, I watched this thing, My Octopus Teacher, and now I don't think I want to eat octopus anymore because you know what I feel for them. And they're real smart.
They're my favorite animal.
Cows ain't fucking smart.
Yeah.
Cows ain't smart.
That's true.
Pigs are, though. So I'm
They
kind
are.
of tossed. But
I know.
bacon. Fuck.
See,
Sorry.
I
Sorry,
know what,
pigs.
I get it. This is what I say all the time when people talk about like I could never do it because I like meat. I don't like meat. Like I grew up I like chicken and fish. That's it.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way. So like I'm in that middle ground where then vegans come to me and they're like, you eat dairy and shit. They're like, why aren't you vegan? I'm like, cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese, man.
I couldn't give up cheese.
Right? So like just how you feel about steak and bacon, that's
Yeah.
how I feel about fucking cheese.
Babe, I get it.
all the cheese in
You
my
did
mouth.
say a pizza with just cheese is like your jam.
That's my comfort food.
I feel you.
100%.
Mac and
So,
cheese,
mac
straight
and
up.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm
Like
getting
KD.
It's got to be
It has to
KD,
be
hands
KD.
down. Although I'm trying something new. I have a friend down in the States who I play Call of Duty with. I just mailed her some Canadian chocolate bars and stuff.
Yeah.
She's mailing me the Cheetos brand. Like
KD?
There's 3. There's the jalapeno cheddar.
God, I love the Americans.
Yeah, so she's mailing me all 3 of those.
Except for, I mean, we've gone down that Cheetos road in America, and it was not.
Yeah, but that was KFC.
I've never.
Cheetos, that's different.
Literally, it just looked like the Cheetos mascot, the fucking tiger guy, just like came onto your burger. That like jelly Cheeto powder, it just fucking splooged on the top of your burger, and you fucking loved it.
I was looking at the burger.
You
and
ate that shit up,
basic bitch.
I'm sitting there eating my. What was it? It was like deep fried cheese. I think I was eating.
Ooh, they did a deep fried cheese.
Yeah, they don't have fries.
They do deep fried cheese
KFC.
curd.
They don't have fries at KFC in the States.
I just drooled.
Yeah. So I was eating that, and I'm like, you fucking take it, bitch. And he's just eating this goopy, cummy fucking Cheetos powder. Take it.
Mustache.
Yeah.
And then I opened up a craft dinner, the macaroni salad, and had the Cheetos powder. Then I opened up the popcorn chicken and had Cheetos powder. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Can we say it wasn't? It's not Cheetos powder. It's literally goop.
Yeah,
it's like the powder mixed with the liquid. So that's what I mean by a splooge of it. It's like a jelly.
If it was like the powder from the bottom of the bag, like batter,
yeah,
that's what I was thought.
No, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But it's a weird neon orange goo they drizzle over everything, and it doesn't taste good.
Sorry, this just popped in my head. I don't know if we ever talked about it on the podcast, but when we were in the States the last time, and we found the best Honey Bunches of Oats, I think it's Honey Bunches of Oats cereal. Chicken and waffles? Yeah, we found chicken and waffles cereal.
Made by Post, like a real cereal.
Oh yeah, but it was like each piece, so it had like the regular
drumstick?
and then it had a drumstick.
Looks like cat food.
There's a waffle and a drumstick.
It looked like cat food. And
How does it taste?
The waffle is maple.
The drumstick?
Savory thyme.
Oh.
In like on the side
like
of it.
stuffing.
Because I was like, can I eat this? Because it's chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
So we looked on the side and it's like salt, pepper, savory thyme, stuff like that. And so we put in some milk and tried it. And then I said, if you don't like it, you should make a breading out of it for chicken.
I put it in my coffee grinder.
Yeah.
I turn it all to powder.
I bet you that'd be good.
I made homemade like chicken fingers for the kids with a maple syrup to dip it in.
That would be fucking good.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
So I say it'd be amazing for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I pictured the Cheetos being. Like you grind it up and turn it into a fucking batter.
No.
Like a dried.
You batter the chicken breast in it.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
Yeah.
Nope, they made a gooey
way to
cheesy
wreck
sauce.
the integrity of Cheetos KFC America.
It was on the mashed potatoes. It was on the little popcorn chicken. It was on the macaroni salad. They just poured it on everything. It was like, this wasn't good on the one thing. I don't want to eat the
just
other
think about
things.
Chester Cheetah in the bag. Like, I got no more loads, kid. I got no more loads.
And then I'm thinking like, live show. And
is that another medical problem? We'll talk about that too.
Maybe, but in a good way. It's nice to hear positive reinforcement, even if it's not really happening.
The voices in my head are being friendly today.
Speaking of voices in your head, recently you had some other things in your neck or head. Is that not correct?
Oh yeah,
some extra parts.
I had some. I was growing like a ping pong ball flesh of doom. Yeah, in my neck, my parathyroid gland decided it wanted to become a golf ball.
So when you're at home and you're just like living your daily life, your routine and shit, and all of a sudden things are a little bit different, a little bit weird. Can you describe how that felt? Like you knew something was wrong, but you didn't think it would last. You just thought like, oh, maybe I'm dizzy. Like describe your first interaction with yourself when you noticed something wasn't Dora-like.
Well, I kind of just thought I was getting sick. I had about 1 million different excuses to why I was not feeling well, but I was not seeking professional medical attention. I was just suffering from conjecture. I'm like, it's this, allergies, no sleep, maybe I'm dehydrated.
So you're on Google and you're like, WebMD,
Yeah.
What do I have?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I've got testicular cancer. What? No, but like, and then there was finally my child that was like, and he's like 18, so he's not like that much of a child, but still, he's my baby. And he just was like, Mom, you're pretty messed up. You think you need to go see a doctor? And I just was like, what do you mean? Because like I knew I wasn't doing well, but I didn't realize how not well I was doing. And then I proceeded to go to the emergency room, and then they thought I was having a stroke, which was interesting. Had my first ECG, which was not fun.
That's what the electrodes attached to?
Yeah, the electrodes, they're checking out my heart, making sure that because they thought I was literally having a stroke. They thought I was right in the middle of having one, and it was pretty fucking crazy.
So then what would make them think that? Like, what were you acting like? What were you seeing? What were you saying?
So it was crazy. So I was going in, my speech, all of a sudden my speech was like drunk, like very slurred. I couldn't speak very fast. I was very dizzy. My eyesight went blurry. Like it was really fucked up. All of a sudden to have faculties that you're just so used to having gone and no explanation for it. And because the change was so gradual, I didn't realize that it was all gone until the doctor was like, oh, this, and they're like, oh, and then you start realizing, shit, I'm fucked up. I'm pretty fucked up.
They have a checklist for you, and they were
Yeah.
just checking everything off on from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, this is not good.
Yeah, this is not good. And then the doctor's like, have you ever, well, at first they were like, okay, your heart's good. Everything looks great. So you're just, now it's at a point of like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And then some blood work. And then the doctor came back and was like, so have you ever heard you have too much calcium before? And I, no. Is that a fucking thing? Like,
So is it in your bloodstream? Like, where would your calcium be? Just in your skin?
it's your, yeah, right? Like your bones store calcium. And I just always thought that calcium was the mechanism that made your bones strong.
Yeah.
That's what I always thought calcium was. But no, bones are just the storage bins for calcium because it's used in your system to transmit the electrical signal towards like your nerve endings, in your brain, into your muscles, all over your body. Calcium is incredibly important. So my levels were really high and out of whack. And then I had to come back the very next morning to recheck, to test for also what was called a parathyroid hormone. And those levels in relation to my calcium showed them that I was having a problem with my parathyroid gland, which is a part of your endocrine system. And then it was like, okay, well, now we're going to book an ultrasound on your neck. And I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what any of this means, right?
So that's all one day? This is over like a 24-hour.
This is like one day.
So you're at home with your kid, you're cooking or whatever, and then the next day you have a 35 checklist, all positive at the hospital.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, okay, now we have to book you in for an ultrasound on your neck. Now go home and wait till that appointment. You don't know. I don't know what the hell to think, like, because at this point now, like, I'm also starting to have a trouble walking. Like I'm losing balance. I'm having no good time walking unsupported. I'm almost falling over. I can't stand up without swaying. Like it looks like I'm severely inebriated anywhere I go, any time of the day, and I'm not drunk at all. And to kind of go from there, and then you go for the ultrasound, and then the fucking ultrasound lady's like, got any thyroid cancer in your family? It was not a good comment. That diagnosis killed me because then that's all I thought I had, right?
Yeah.
And then my doctor, when they looked at the results, and he's like, it's really big. And I just was like, what do you mean? What's really big?
You're like, did I send you that dick pic too?
Yeah. It is testicular, doc. It is cancer, doctor. I swear to God. And then it was like, okay, well, this scan isn't good enough. So now you're going to have to do a nuclear scan. Now, this is all over a period of now 2 weeks from going to the hospital finally. Like from initial, it's like 2 weeks till I get like the nuclear scan. And then they actually see the tumor.
So how do you feel about that? Like,
I thought I had cancer. I'm pretty sure. I was like, it was my death sentence. I thought I was going to die. I was told not to do anything because of the placement of where the tumor was, where it was pressing against my brainstem and the artery, the one on the left-hand side going into my brain. I was pretty much a walking stroke waiting to happen. Like I was told to not do anything. You just lay on a couch. And that's really all I was able to do at that point, because each day as this progressed before surgery, I lost even more function. Couldn't spell, couldn't add, couldn't write my name, could barely talk.
Oh no, I remember like texting you, and then I just wouldn't get a reply for like 3 days. I'm like, she must be busy. And then I'd do it again, and I got like a 2-word answer like 4 days later. I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck is going on, right? And I had no idea. Like, it's like, is she that busy? Is there something going on? Like, I have no idea. But yeah, you were like a ghost, and I couldn't.
Well, I felt like a ghost. I was no longer connected to myself. It was so weird to be not connected to yourself in your own body. Like knowing that you don't have full control. I was out of control, emotional control. I had no control over it. My poor kid seen me cry so many fucking times over stupid as shit. Living like this, because it was like living as a shell, and I couldn't handle it. Just the emotional fucking bullshit, everything. I just was like, yeah, I will take a long walk off a short bridge. But I was gonna at least wait till surgery anyway. See how it worked out
Okay.
first.
So can you say in your day-to-day life you really don't get scared much? You sort of
No.
just no? How scared were you when you made it into the doctor's office after your kid came to you and said, you can't be here, we need to go there, and you need to talk to someone?
I didn't get scared until they started strapping electrodes to my chest. Then I was scared. Then it hit home, because it was not just like a doctor going, okay, yeah, we'll stick you, get some blood work. It was like they were rushing a cart to me. They were slapping electrodes on me. I was just like, not used to, like, when you get a lot of attention from a doctor, it's not a good fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so that's when I really started to get scared. And then it makes you think, because I'm a single parent. So it's like, what happens to my kid? What do I do? And then you're like, it was terrifying. It was like probably the scariest fucking thing I've ever been through. And I've been through a lot.
Luckily, I have not personally been through a lot, so that makes me feel good. But there was a cancer scare in my family a couple of years ago, and I remember making an appointment right away with my doctor to get a whole bunch of tests done, and because my family's got a high frequency cancer patients, right?
Right.
So I went in and talking to my doctor and stuff, and I explained that, like, my sister's got all this cancer, and I'm just concerned. I need to know whether or not I'm going to be okay. I know you probably can't tell me right now because you're just looking at me.
Yeah.
And he's just looking at me. He's like, no, man, you're tip top. And I was like, what? Like, I can go, like, we're good here. He's like, no, we'll do some tests, but I can assure you, like, I do enough tests on you to know that you're okay. Like, I'm not going to put the fear of God in you that something bad is going to happen, but bad things happen to people all the time. But I can tell you, you're a healthy guy. Like, things are okay.
You'll be okay. Yeah.
You're going to be okay. I was like, I would still prefer if we did a whole bunch of tests. And he's like, yeah, we'll set you up. We'll do a full physical. I'm like, oh, is that with things going into my butt? He's like, yeah, we'll do it all. I was like, hell yeah. Can I book one of these every week? And he's like, no, we'll do it once every year.
But 2 fingers if you ask nice.
Oh, 2. I was going to go for 3, slip him a 20 and
dirty hooker. Dirty hooker.
So yeah, I mean, after all the tests and everything, and then like the cancer specialist from Edmonton gave me a call, and I had like a Zoom meeting with him and stuff. And
wow.
I was told that things are okay, and I have just as many chances as every other person on the street. There's nothing special about me. I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, if there's ever the prognosis of not special, that's when you want to have it.